More than 150 years ago, this was open space. Now it is Shippensburg University. This is Old Main. It's on Old Main Drive. Every day you can pick up a campus tour. A lot of students live around the university. Most of them work hard. You can get a good education here if you choose to. Once in a while, someone tries to disrupt this tranquility. That's when I go to work. I work for Pema.
The story you are about to see is true. The names have been changed to protect the innocent.
It was Thursday, April 19th. It was sunny in Shippensburg. We had hot dogs for lunch. We were working the day watch at the State Emergency Operations Center. The boss is Mr. Smith. My name's Friday. A report of a suspicious package had just come in. We had to work quickly. The package was an unidentified box laying outside near a trash can. Incidents like this are reported by responsible citizens. They contact their local authorities. In this case, that was campus police. After an initial investigation, they followed procedure. They cordoned off the area and evacuated the buildings near the package. They contacted local fire companies, who dispatched fire engines and ambulances as the local response. Campus police knew that that wasn't enough. They didn't have the resources to deal with this alone. They reported the incident to Gannon, Cumberland County's emergency management coordinator.
My job is to coordinate responses to incidences within my county and to report all incidences to Pema. For that, we use PEERS. PEERS stands for Pennsylvania Emergency Incident Reporting System. It is used throughout the state to track any incident that threatens people or property within the Commonwealth. This includes incidences related to hazardous material, petroleum spills, fire, adverse or severe weather, geological emergencies, nuclear or radioactive materials, explosives, public health, search and rescue, terrorist activities, civil disorder, transportation emergencies, utility emergencies, agricultural or animal emergencies, and aerial or group-based activities. The suspicious package incidents was classified under explosives. That would get the right people involved. The PEERS entry contained information about the resources already deployed.
I got involved when the report came into Pema. My job was to notify the Department of Health and Education, the FBI, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, the offices of the Attorney General and Homeland Security, South Central Regional Counterterrorism Task Force, State Police, and the Pema Central Area Office. Fortunately, the State Emergency Operations Center, SEOC, has network connections to them all. Notification wasn't hard. The State Emergency Operations Center is a hub where Pema coordinates responses from a variety of agencies who respond to emergencies. As you can see, pertinent information is displayed where everyone can see it. There are workstations and phones for representatives of a wide variety of responding agencies. Some are government agencies, like the Department of Health and the Department of Environmental Protection. Others are private or volunteer agencies, like the Red Cross. Depending on the emergency, representatives from any or all of those agencies may be in the State Emergency Operations Center to minimize communication time. In this case, that level of coordination was not required. Electronic communication was sufficient. Pema's quick response to emergencies is dependent on electronic communication. It is a good example of a situation that requires what computer scientists call fault-tolerant or highly available systems. It is critical that no failure could take down the operations center. No matter what happens, those computers and their connections to the computers of the various agencies must continue to work. The Internet is surprisingly resistant to failure because there are many paths between any two computers. However, the connection between Pema and the Internet could be a weak point. In order to achieve reliability, much of the equipment has two of each component, and Pema has no less than two separate connections to the Internet. Software monitors the health of each component, and when one is seen to be failing, the software will switch the system to use the redundant one.
My name's Lambert. I work for the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. I received the notification of the incident from peers and set to work immediately. We dispatched the bomb squad from Harrisburg to investigate the package. We were as careful and thorough as ever.
Back at the Operations Center, we continued to monitor reports to ensure that this was an isolated incident. I brought up the Geospatial Analysis of Threat and Incident Reporting System, which we call GATOR. One of the big screens showed a map of Pennsylvania with the locations of all current incidents highlighted. This gives us a good picture of the activity across the state. If something bigger was happening, we'd be on top of it. Also, GATOR gets some of its data from peers. We can zoom in on any incident and see its details. We can also choose to display only particular types of information. Traffic maps or weather maps are very useful for seeing trends. In this case, there were no other explosive reports, so it appeared to be an isolated incident.
The bomb squad investigated the package and found it to be harmless. All on-site units were dismissed and Piers was updated with the final information.
In this case, the package turned out to be a box of poetry, but it could have been much more serious. Pema takes every incident seriously and leverages all of the technology available to analyze the situation and ensure that all related agencies are aware of all aspects of the emergency.